before I go into my intro, I'm gonna keep it real. I barely watched this pay-per-view, and I have a reason why. I have a lot of reasons as to why I couldn't pay attention. I'm sorry, I couldn't pay attention to this pay-per-view. It wasn't because the pay-per-view was meh or it wasn't entertaining. It's just I don't know. Okay, so first, before I get into the review, you know what I'm saying? Let me get the intro first, and then I'll explain. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, TheWalk71. Replace day with a 4, and I am here with my sort of WWE Fastlane review for you guys. Now, let's get into why I wasn't paying attention. So at first, earlier today, by the time you see this is gonna be like Monday, because I don't think I'm gonna review this late night. I'm gonna review it like Monday morning. But I was playing 2K. Playing my career in 2K. Hold on. I'm sorry. I was playing 2K in my career. Right? Playing my career, having fun, doing my thing. Faced the Knicks. I played for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the game was real close. And 2K started to do me dirty, basically. And I pressed triangle so I can get the ball, and 2K made me pass the ball right back for a turnover. And then they called a timeout, and I was like, all right, we up by like 2 points. We good to go, right? And then somebody hits a buzzer beater 3 and wins the game. And I was pissed off. I was so pissed, I threw my PlayStation controller like a boomerang. I turned to Captain Boomerang from the Suicide Squad. Then after that, I waited a second. I was like, In my head, I was like, I'm not as mad as I usually do. And when I mean I'm not as mad as, I haven't broken anything. When a game makes me really, really mad, I will break something. I'm the first to admit it. I break stuff when I play video games. If a game gets me invested so much and then it just screws me over, I will break it. I mean, I will break whatever is in front of me. So, you know what I'm saying? I got mad. I was looking at my computer screen or whatever, and then I Hulk smashed the keyboard on my computer. Luckily, my keyboard is fine. That's all fine and dandy. My table ain't fine. If you've seen on my Twitter, my table is split in half straight down the middle as if somebody went through a table. I Hulk smashed it and the table broke, and I was like, what? Wow. I was just so shocked. And then after that, I called my mom. I told her the table broke, and she was like, all right, we'll get a new one when I come back. So we came back, about to go to Target. And here's another little side thing. I used to have a car. My car broke down, so it doesn't work. So I've been driving my mom's car for the past couple of weeks. So I was going to drive her car to Target so I can go pick up the new table I was going to get. Which you can see the new table. It's a very clean white table. It's way bigger than the other table, so I have more space for my keyboard and mouse and all my other stuff that I usually keep here. It's great. But what happened was the car battery died. So I had my grandma. She kind of lives with us, She jumpstart the car for me. I hooked the cables up. I did all that. Jumpstart the car, everything fine and dandy, right? I turned the car off. I turned it back on. The car battery's dead. So by that time, you know what I'm saying, it was already like 6:30 in my time zone. The pre-show was going on. The pay-per-view started at 7 in my time zone. So it was 6:30. I was like, all right, can you take me to Target so we get the table? So I got the table. The pay-per-view started. I was watching it on my phone minorly, but I was also FaceTiming my mom so she knows, so I could show her what table, the different desk and tables I could possibly get and or use. So the first match, I really missed the first match, which from what I heard was the best match, and that was a Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. But before I get into that, there was a pre-show match. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm getting off topic. Let me just say this. When you get mad, don't be like me. Don't break stuff. I don't know what you can do, because when I get mad, I like to be. When I'm mad, I'm aggressive, so I like to hit things. But I did not expect my table to break in half. But anyways, that's in the past. Got a new clean table. The old table's in the trash can. I mean, I've had the table for a long time, so I felt like it was its time. But anyways, let's get right into the review of what I think will happen. Not even what I think will happen. What's gonna be what this review may or may not be. We had the pre-show match. It was a 6-man tag match, I believe. Now, I saw the ending of this match, which is all I need to see, because, I mean, it's a pre-show match. Who cares? But it was Ty Dillinger and the Fashion Police, Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango versus Mojo Rawley, the Mr. Garbage Entrance, and Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. The Faces won the match. Ty Dillinger got the pinfall on Chad Gable. So then we open up with what people said was the best match on the show, which was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. Now this match was made the go home show of SmackDown, and I didn't really have high expectations for this match. Matter of fact, I didn't have any expectations for this pay-per-view, and this pay-per-view was mad. It was alright, so I guess it filled my expectations, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, this match was made. I mean, of course Nakamura was going to win the match. You're not going to have the Royal Rumble winner, the guy who's going to be in the WWE Championship match. You cannot have him lose. A lot of people were angry and upset that Rusev lost or whatever, but honestly, it was a double-edged sword. If Nakamura lost, then he would look like a weak challenger to whoever the WWE champion is, and it wouldn't work. But if Nakamura wins, then he looks strong. He has momentum. He looks ready to go. As for the match, I can't really go into it. I just remember seeing Nakamura hit the Kinshasa after he came out of accolade from Rusev. It seemed like a fun match. I might go back. Oh my god. I might go back and watch this pay-per-view from top to bottom so I actually know what happened. But for the most part, I knew who was going to win and lose in this pay-per-view, and pretty much that's what happened. Yeah, so the match was from what everybody said, it was really good. I mean, it's Rusev. Rusev is a good wrestler. Nakamura is a great wrestler when WWE wants him to. And yeah, the match apparently was good from what other people were saying, you know what I'm saying? So the next match we ended up getting was Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship. Now, after we bought the table and stuff, we was in the car heading back to the crib. I actually was watching this match on my phone on the WWE Network. This match was cool. At first, I was it felt a little dull to me at first watching it. And the thing with this match was WWE made the story the night of, because I don't remember Randy Orton mentioning him being a Grand Slam champion. But WWE made sure to make a video package showing Randy Orton winning all the titles: WWE title, World Heavyweight title, Tag Team titles, IC title, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, all this kind of stuff. But there's one title he didn't win, which was the United States Championship. And Bobby Roode is the U.S. champion. So they had the match. But also in the back of your mind, you know, if you watch SmackDown, you know that Jinder Mahal has been in the contendership for this stuff. He's been involved. And I think at Mania, the triple threat match is going to be Bobby Roode, Jinder, and Randy at the pay-per-view for the U.S. title. So the match, at first, you know, it was back and forth. Randy Orton was trading the RKO a bunch of times. I mean, not trading. He was teasing the RKO a bunch of times. The fans were chanting RKO. I remember that. Apparently, Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh were watching on the screen. Now, there were parts of the match where I didn't watch, but it was pretty much back and forth. It seemed like your average TV match, but on pay-per-view. And it was cool. And then when they started, you know, going for you know, near falls and stuff, that's when it really started to pick up. I believe at one point, Bobby Roode hit a glorious DDT. Did he? I don't even think he never even hit the glorious DDT now that I think about it. You know, and then eventually, you know, it was a cool little match. You know, it was all right. And then Randy Orton dropped. Yeah. Okay. So Orton, you know, he tried to go for something. Bobby Roode went for to the top of the blockbuster, but Orton catches him on the way down with an RKO for a huge pop. Now, I saw the RKO, but I didn't see that part, so that actually sounds pretty cool to watch. Randy Orton pins Bobby Roode and beats him, and Randy Orton is your new United States champion. I don't know how I feel about that in 2018, that Randy Orton, who's been at the top, main event, a Mania multiple times and all kind of stuff. I don't know in 2018, Randy Orton being a U.S. champion. It's funny because in my custom universe mode I play on WWE 2K18, Randy Orton is he was the current U.S. champion, and Goldberg beat him at Elimination Chamber, which is funny. That's the pay-per-view before Fastlane. But anyways, yeah, Randy Orton is the U.S. champion. He is now a Grand Slam champion. He's won every single title. He has that over John Cena. But after the match, Orton celebrates, all this kind of stuff. Then my boy Jinder Mahal pulls up. His music comes out. He comes out. He stares at Orton. He enters the ring. He kicks Orton in the stomach and then drops him. Then Roode came in. He fights off Jinder and hits a glorious DDT on both men and has his music hit as he stood tall. So yeah, it seems like at Mania we'll have a triple threat for the U.S. title between Jinder, Randy, and Bobby Roode. I'm interested in this match, but I'm also not interested in this match because I feel like these are three guys in WWE, well, really two, that are not in the right spot. I feel like Randy Orton and Bobby Roode should be heels. Bobby Roode, and I was thinking about this, but I'm going to say it now. I feel like Bobby Roode is perfect for WWE. He is a character wrestler. And what I mean by that, I feel like he has a strong character, And he's decent. He's good in the ring, but he doesn't have those 6-star matches like Johnny Gargano, if that makes any sense. Like, he's a good wrestler. He's had good matches in TNA, but the thing people talked about more than his matches was his character. When he was the leader of the Selfless Generation, or the Selfish Generation, whatever his name was in TNA, now the Glorious One in WWE. I feel like Bobby Roode is perfect for WWE, because WWE is a wrestling company, but they're a more character-based wrestling company. They're more, you have to have a gimmick / a character thing. It's always been the formula in WWE. Even in the Attitude Era, they were not as cartoony as, say, the New Generation, where they had like Duke the Dumpster Drozy, if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I did. The Mountie, the Rougeau brothers, all these cartoony characters and stuff. But in the Attitude Era, they had characters. They had a pimp, a crazy man, undead zombie, redneck who beats up his boss. You got the rich Samoan. You got all kind of stuff like that. It's just more real. You gotta. If I didn't say it again, you have a pimp. Godfather. Anyways, he fits perfectly for WWE, if that makes any sense. He fits very perfectly. But I feel like he should be heel. I don't like this face Bobby Roode. I feel like this face Bobby Roode doesn't work. For me, honestly, I feel like Bobby Roode is best as a heel. He's like, his best work came from when he was a heel. When he was in TNA and he was this leader of the Selfless Generation, he was a heel. In NXT, when he was the champion, he was a heel. So I don't understand that. Randy Orton has said it himself, he would rather be a heel, but WWE sees him as a face. And for Jinder Mahal, as much as I love Jinder Mahal and he's my guy, Jinder Mahal is not, I want to say he's not a main event wrestler. He's just not there. He has a good character. He gets booed, unlike most WWE heels. Most WWE heels get cheered, except for like Roman Reigns, who's a face, but at least Jinder gets booed. I think the match at Mania should be alright. I mean, it's a triple threat match. I feel like it should be decent. Hopefully my boy Jinder wins at Mania, but I'll talk about that later when I hopefully do the predictions with Zach. So, yeah, that was pretty long for one match that I barely paid attention to. Oh, this match right here, I barely paid attention to. We're gonna scheme over this match. So, we had Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Carmella and Natalya in the tag team match. This match was legit made on SmackDown, and I was barely paying attention to it, right? And basically, I thought it was a challenge between Natalya and Naomi, but I thought it was going to happen on the SmackDown after Fastlane or whatever. But no. It turned into a tag team match, and I'll just keep it short. Carmella and Natalya won. It was a distraction with the Money to Bank briefcase, and Carmella hit a super kick onto Becky Lynch. Naomi tried to get back into the ring, but the match was over with. And yeah, that was the match. Yeah. So the next match we ended up getting, that this is one of the matches I actually was looking forward to, and I actually paid attention to this match for the most part because it was short because of what happened after, but for the most part it was getting lit. So we had the New Day versus the Usos. We are renewing one of the greatest tag team rivalries of 2016. Not one of, the greatest tag team rivalry of 2016. New Day and the Usos, they put on great matches. SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, countless good matches on SmackDown. The good match at Battleground that started the whole thing. The good match on the terrible Battleground pay-per-view. So this match was, they had Big E actually on the outside. So it was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. And now that I saw what they were doing in the match, I see why Big E was on the outside, because I couldn't imagine him doing some of the stuff they did. So basically, the match happened, and for the most part, it was back and forth, you know what I'm saying? But then it got lit once each of them was doing each other's moves. Like, I believe it was Jimmy Uso. I think it was Jimmy Uso. He went for the boom splash. Kofi Kingston, hit the running Rikishi splash in the corner. What was it? The Usos hit the midnight hour on the New Day. The New Day hit the Uso splash, super kick, extravaganzas on everybody. New Day, was it Jimmy Uso? I believe tried to go for a Trouble in Paradise, and then Kofi tried to go for it. It was crazy. It was getting lit because they were just hitting each other's moves. Then eventually, the Usos dived into the outside onto the New Day, and it was getting lit. And then music hits. The Bludgeon Brothers, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper came out. They pulled up, and they actually finally used the mallets, and they start wreaking havoc on everybody. And now, honestly, this looks like this could be a good match for Mania, a triple threat tag match. But anyways, the Bludgeon Brothers went brazy. The Bludgeon Brothers, oh my God, they killed the Usos and the New Day. They killed Xavier Woods. They killed him. He's dead. But for Big E, Eric Rowan did a running body splash on Big E, killed him. They They did like a back body drop on Kofi Kingston onto the apron. They took out the Usos with their hammers, threw them on the outside. The outside, over the barricade, all kind of crazy stuff. But the worst thing that happened was what happened to Xavier Woods. He got power bombed onto the stairs, and now WWE is trying to play up an injury angle where Xavier Woods has a back spinal injury that actually took him out on a stretcher, which was interesting. So, Xavier Woods sold it like a champ. He was like shaking, looked like he was having a seizure, kind of, sort of. It was crazy. The Bludgeon Brothers, they out here. They done messing with these enhancement talents. They out here. They trying to destroy real tag teams, basically. They out here. They lit. So it looks like it's gonna be a triple threat match at Mania. Usos, New Day, Bludgeon Brothers. That should be a pretty good match. I think Bludgeon Brothers are gonna win though. They can't put this much stock into Bludgeon Brothers for them to lose. Or if they lose, they can't take the pinfall. So the next match we ended up getting was the SmackDown Women's Title match, which was Ruby Riott versus Charlotte. Now, Ruby Riott came out by herself without the Riott Squad. Charlotte came out. The match happened, and this match was alright. I mean, for the most part, the crowd seemed to be into it. I really enjoyed it. It was a decent match. Like, what the stuff I saw, was really impressed with it. Ruby Riott is somebody who's like has a good match, but I felt like she didn't have a character in NXT. I guess like the gimmick she has now didn't work for her as a face, but definitely works for her as a heel, if that makes any sense. So at first the Riott Squad didn't come out, then they did come out, but then Becky Lynch and Naomi came out to fight them off, all kind of stuff. Eventually they all got thrown away. I remember Ruby Riott hit the Riott kick on Charlotte for a near fall. And it was basically domination. Ruby Riott was going brazy on Charlotte for a bit. And then eventually Charlotte came back. I remember hearing a chop battle. Oh my God, that sounded like it hurt. Charlotte went for all kind of stuff. Now, what made me go like, oof, was towards the end of the match was when Charlotte had hit the, I don't even know how you would, the reverse Alabama slam into the turnbuckle face first. Ruby Riott got slammed face freaking first, and then Charlotte speared Ruby Riott and put her in the figure 4. Oh no, my fault. The figure 8, and Ruby Riott like taps out quickly. But yeah, this match was pretty good. It was a good showing for Ruby Riott. Shows her that she can perform in the big spot. Now, what happened after? I know Ruby Riott ain't going for no women's title for WrestleMania, because right after that, my girl Asuka pulls up on Charlotte. Because thing with Asuka, and I knew this match was gonna happen. It was like a rumored match, but then it was like I kind of see her facing Charlotte more than Alexa. But Asuka pulls up, stares at Charlotte, points to that WrestleMania sign, declaring that she will face Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania, which means Asuka is now on SmackDown Live. I'm excited for this match. This was a match that I wish happened in NXT, but by the time Asuka got to NXT, Charlotte had got up out of there and was like Divas champion at that point, or close to being Divas champion. So yeah, I'm really excited for this match. You have Asuka, who's dominant, Charlotte, who's dominant, the irresistible force versus the immovable object. The classic line. So this match should be pretty lit. It might be the best women's match, because I don't think if Sasha and Bayley is confirmed for Mania, I don't know. And if they can kind of give what they have for TakeOver Brooklyn or TakeOver Respect, if they can give something like that, I think they'll have a good match. I'm not looking forward to the Ronda Rousey thing, because I think right after this match, they had the Ronda Rousey gimmick. Let me make sure. As I'm wrestling right now, looking at Fastlane stuff. I think it was a Ronda Rousey thing right after this women's match. It had to be either before or after. Matter of fact, I think it was before. Either way, there was a Ronda Rousey segment. They basically was recapping her whole thing she's done in WWE and all that kind of stuff. And I guess I got one thing to say. WWE, don't play yourself and make this the main event. You do not want this to happen. I don't want this to happen. I don't want this mix match as a main event for a WrestleMania. You need a championship match. I feel like if you're not going to do Roman and Bork, AJ and Shinsuke would be fine. Please don't let me down. And plus, you're disrespecting all the female wrestlers if you have Stephanie McMahon headline of WrestleMania before other women. But anyways, I'm not being a women hater or nothing. I just don't want to see that match. That match can be second to last. It can be in the middle of the card. It cannot be the main event. And I feel like WWE will make it the main event because it's Ronda. Anyways, we had the six-pack challenge match. We had AJ Styles defend his title against Kevin Owens, John Cena, free agent John Cena, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and he's defending the title against himself. So John Cena being in this match because he's a free agent, he needs every opportunity to get a match at Mania, and this was not his match because he did not win. So before the match even happened, SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon pulled up. I was like, okay, he's gonna screw over Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I already know. So then after that, all the people came out. You know what I'm saying? Then the match happened. Immediately, Cena hits the attitude adjustment on Sami Zayn. Then Owens, then Corbin, then Ziggler. Then him and Cena just start going at it. The fans, pop or whatever. Cena and AJ are alone right now. They go at it, and then Cena gets the upper hand. They trade shots in the middle of the ring. Cena goes for the AA, but AJ counters it. AJ nails Cena and goes for the Styles Clash, but it's avoided. AJ goes to the apron, but the other four superstars jump up on the apron and stare at Cena and AJ. They enter and surround Cena. AJ joins them, and Cena gets beat down by all five opponents. Cena gets sent to the floor to regroup. By the way, I'm reading this on Wrestling Inc. because I was watching this match for the most part, but a bunch of other stuff happened. My nose started bleeding because I guess I was what's the word? Dehydrated? I don't know. I didn't feel dehydrated, but my nose was bleeding for like the second time in the day. And then I was also doing the finishing touches on my new desktop. I don't know. I'm tweaking today. AJ and Owens go at it while Sami Zayn and Corbin work on what the fuck? I'm going to assume they said while Sami and Corbin work on Dolph because the thing says while Sami and Corbin work on Dolph. Or Sami. So it says Sami twice in one sentence. Yikes. So AJ and Owens brought to the floor. Corbin works over Sami and Ziggler. Corbin works over Sami and Ziggler joins them. They're also on the floor. Corbin runs over and decks Kevin Owens and AJ. He goes for man-to-man strike. Let's see what else interesting happens because there was a lot of other crazy stuff to happen. So yeah, pretty much a lot of near falls, DDTs. Kevin Owens hit a frog splash on Ziggler. I remember that, but AJ Styles broke it. Owens and AJ go at it, and the fans do a chance for Cena. AJ hits a Pele kick. Styles goes for the clash. Styles goes for the clash, but gets sent to the floor. Corbin runs in and goes at it with Owens. Corbin with the choke slam backbreaker. Zigzag on Corbin from Ziggler. Cena runs in and plants Ziggler. Then Cena calls for a 5-knuckle shuffle on Sami Zayn and Ziggler. Cena hits it, goes for the A on Ziggler, and then turned around and got a famouser for a near fall. Ziggler cranks up the band because he's Shawn Michaels 2.0 and gets cranks up the band, and Cena gets up. Cena ducks the super kick and applies the STF to Dolph. So AJ runs in, embraces submission. AJ goes for the clash on Cena, but it's blocked. AJ tries again, and he actually hits the Styles Clash on John Cena, but Sami Zayn broke that pin up at 2. I remember that. Sami mounts AJ with a bunch of strikes. Corbin comes in. Sami rocks him. Corbin knees Sami and sends him to the apron. Sami keeps fighting and rams Corbin into the turnbuckle. He springboards, puts Corbin, drops him, and sends him to the floor. Corbin ends up hitting the Dream Crusher clothesline. That's that clothesline where he just clothesline the crap out of somebody, and they do like a 360 nasty flip. He hits it on Owens. Corbin catches AJ with the deep 6, but Styles rolls to the floor. Corbin drops Ziggler but misses the end of days because Ziggler flips over. I remember seeing that. Corbin and Ziggler go to the floor. Corbin tosses Ziggler over the barricade into the crowd. Corbin follows Ziggler into the crowd, and he slams him into a barrier, and Ziggler died. And then because Corbin charges and puts Ziggler through a hockey glass board, and but they go both through it and go down, but Ziggler died. Ziggler was dead. I didn't see him move. He died. RP to the homie Dolph Ziggler. He should never try to be Shawn Michaels. After that, Owens and AJ were going at it to the outside. I remember that. He took the table off or whatever. AJ goes to put AJ through a table with Styles. Yeah, so basically they were fighting on the outside, and then Cena came out of nowhere, AA'd AJ through the table, and AJ was gone for the remainder of the match. So then after that, it came down. So basically, Sami Zayn took out John Cena. So then it came down to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Now the thing they were doing on SmackDown was that Sami Zayn said he will lay down and let Kevin Owens pin him for the victory or whatever, to win the title. But on SmackDown, they had a Fatal 5-Way match without John Cena, and the winner of that match was Sami Zayn. He had a haluva kick on Kevin Owens, his best friend, the Guardian Angel, and won the match. So Kevin Owens was really shook about it at first. So then he laid down for him, but then Sami Zayn went for the schoolboy, and then they just start going at it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they were going for their classic, punch gimmick thing they always do. So after that, they took it to the outside. Then eventually Shane McMahon got involved as... so basically they were going at it once again. Kevin Owens ends up super kicking Shane McMahon as Sami Zayn ducked because he was talking that stuff to Shane McMahon. Then after that, they go at it for a bit. Then Kevin Owens... what did Kevin Owens do? Oh yeah, so Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb on Dolph Ziggler. He, I guess he revived himself, and it was going for it went for a 2 near fall, but then Shane pulled the referee out of the ring. Owens couldn't believe it. He was shocked. Sammy takes advantage of the distract Owens. He actually hit a haluva kick on him, and then Shane McMahon pulled Sami Zayn out of the ring. So then Sammy and Shane argue. Ziggler covers Owens for a 2 count, but Sammy runs in and breaks it up. So boom, Shane McMahon screws them over. That was his whole purpose in this match. I will really want WWE to execute this stuff happening at Mania, because from what I was hearing, it looks like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal instead of having a match with Shane McMahon or something, because I mean you're not gonna have him beefing with Shane McMahon and all this kind of stuff for nothing. That would just suck. That'd be lazy writing. But then again, this is WWE. So then Corbin takes out Cena with the steel steps, because he did bring some steps in there. Corbin brings the steps in, drops Sami Zayn on him, then Ziggler and Owens. Cena stumbles to his feet, gets in the ring. Corbin goes for a step shot again, but Cena blocks it. Cena grabs the stairs and rocks Corbin with it twice, knocking him down. Cena grabs Corbin for the AA on the steel steps, and he hits it. Cena covers, but Ziggler breaks it up for the 2 count. Cena launches the steps out of the ring at Corbin, knocks him out. Ziggler super kicks Cena, but Cena no-sells it and hits the AA. Cena goes for AA on Owens, but Owens stops it. Pop-up power bomb to Cena for his trouble. Then out of nowhere, my boy AJ Styles came in with the phenomenal form for the 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is still your WWE champion, and now confirmed at WrestleMania, the match I wanted. Now WWE can't do anything about it. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship, for the WWE Championship match. I can't speak today. I don't know what it is today. They're going at it for the WWE Championship. This match will be lit. This will be the best match at WrestleMania. I guarantee it. If WWE underdelivers on this match, I will feel some kind of way about this, because I love AJ Styles. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I don't want... And Shinsuke Nakamura is an incredible wrestler. They had an amazing match at Wrestle Kingdom 10. They better have an amazing match at WrestleMania, and I wish they were the main event, but WWE wants to do some other stupid stuff. But anyways, AJ Styles, is excited. They finally announced Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. They got the graphic up and everything. He looks at the WrestleMania banner as champion. Then Fastlane goes off the air. He raised the title as well. So yeah, guys, that was my sort of review of Fastlane. This was longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like 15 minutes, but I guess I had to give my opinions for certain things. But yeah, the pay-per-view was alright. It was, man, my expectations were low to begin with. At least it wasn't Fastlane last year where Goldberg beat Kevin Owens in under a minute, and Braun Strowman lost clean to Roman Reigns when Braun Strowman was like on fire, or Charlotte losing to Bayley. Let's not talk about that pay-per-view. That pay-per-view never happened. So yeah, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me. Follow me on all of my social medias down in the link below. You never know when you might see a broken table. You never know. If you want to, I have a Snapchat. If you want to add me on Snapchat, I don't post on there, but I can watch you, because everybody uses Snapchat but me. My Snapchat is the same name as my YouTube. I'm very simple. I like to keep everything under one name. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.